to get an idea of like what it looks like when guys are dating and what guys experience. So, I mean, it's kind of funny, But this is what, and again, I'm sure there's some guys out there that's making crazy profiles, but for the most part, you hear the show on social media, and you also can kind of hear social media talking points in these dating profiles, and I always talk about this. Like, man, like almost none of these dating profiles, to be honest with you, like read like someone that you want to get to know. So anyway, let's check. No, I'm sorry, I did this one already. Hold on, I was getting ready to give y'all Oh, you know what? I have crazy girls in here too. There's this girl that I want to do a breakdown on, but it would be too much like singling someone out. I spoke on it a little bit, but anyway, let's see what we got, man. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what this one says. Now I haven't read none of these in a long time, so they all might not be that good. But so let's see what we can get. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna read this one to y'all. I'm gonna make it a little bigger, and yeah, we're gonna start the show, man. So, mother of two, business owner. Oh, okay, yeah. And listen, everyone on here owns a business. Now, business owner listen, has lost all weight. It was a time where if you said you were a business owner, I would assume so many things about you. I was like, oh man, you get into the bag. All right, you're someone I can listen to, someone that I could trust. Okay. You were a potential pillar of the community. All right. All right. Business owner, God-fearing, loyal, creative, healed. Okay. All right. Not too bad. Here we go. The weirdest shit. Do not ask for my number and not talk or respond. Under 35, nah. An emoji. I don't know what that emoji means. I don't get that emoji. It's weird. It seemed like you saying that you're going crazy. Just in search of a solid individual who has something going on for himself, because I do. Someone that understands reciprocity and stand on his words. Excuse me. Everybody talk heavy, but your actions speak louder. Come correct. If I don't hear back from you by the next day, our conversation is deleted. I'm not chatting or texting forever. So that one's actually not that bad, but we must do a little translation. We cannot just let this just stand as it is. Okay. So first of all, that one wasn't the worst. All right. Again, I have not looked at none of these in a minute, but I want to expose a play right there. So a lot of women, especially the older ones, they waste their time in these bios. They don't see the bio as an opportunity or a way to kind of pull you in. Because again, modern women, a part of liberal thinking and woke thinking, and just everything outside of what I guess how a conservative would think is mostly about breaking all boundaries and kind of not really doing. It revolves around a lot of like short-term thinking. All right. Where like what you're saying and doing makes sense if it's just for you. But if you think about, all right, what kind of effect is this going to have on me, my life, and the people around me 5, 10, 20? You know what I'm saying? Like true wisdom is the ability to act in a way where you can think 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. But anyway, going back to what I was saying about woke thinking or people who are woke, they don't like competition and don't know how to respond to competition. So people, the more you buy into like feminism and woke, it's all that shit, right? You're offended at competition. So what it does is it stops your problem solving, it stops your brain from working. And what you do is you put more effort into the wrong areas, which is deception. You either deceive me or intimidate me rather than doing things that makes me feel as though this makes sense in a positive way. All right. So what she's speaking to is what a lot of women are experiencing, especially today, like I was saying about earlier with Valentine's Day. This is a beautiful Valentine's Day because so many of these women are single, and you're going to stay single. And I'm happier. You know why I'm happy you're single? Because that means that you don't have that lowers the possibility that you don't have no man who love you and is trying to do his best for you, and you're taking them for granted. Because more than likely that's what's going on. Sir, you cannot play that in the background during my show. Go in the living room, baby, playing copyrighted music from the record labels. Go in the living room, please, or go in your room. Go in the living room now, please. Anyway, so what you see going on here is that what the women are experiencing is the men have wisened up, because the whole pursue and cold approach, all that shit makes it easier for her selection process. If all the men come to her, right? Which nothing wrong with that. But if all the men come to her, she has a guarantee of if this guy is interested. That's one of the reasons why women try to talk you into that. That's never been a thing. People have never just gone around. That's never been a thing for men to just go around on a regular basis all day, every day, trying to meet women. Honestly, it's a very black thing. I've seen other cultures, it's a little not weird, but cold approaching, like coming to a complete stranger and stopping them on the street and trying to get their number within the first 5 minutes of meeting them. In other cultures, that's actually that's not how people meet. People meet in the community. People, and don't get me wrong, you could meet at a social gathering, maybe, or maybe y'all at a party. Of course, I think we get a party that's it's more acceptable. But as far as like seeing someone out somewhere walking down the street and you just stop what you're doing and you stop and you go approach them. Nah, people don't really people don't really do that in mass. But black women have for them. Well, yeah, I guess they're part of it. Black men have this insecurity about whether or not like they're desired by most women, which is not a healthy thing to ever ponder or really desire, because it's not really important. Or we want to be attractive to most women, so that's how black men become so goddamn seductive. All right, in terms of being able to like convince you. And one thing about being good at convincing people is women enjoy the act, or the experience of being convinced, because she'll give you opposition damn near just for the sake of seeing what you do, seeing how you respond to it. You know what I'm saying? See if you let her get away with certain things. You know what I mean? But it's mostly kind of like a daddy attention kind of thing, where it's like, all right, I want to see what you do. And a lot of times it's mostly to get your attention, because when you have these kind of conversations where you're frustrated, you're upset, or whatever it is and whatnot, like for her that's engaging, because you're engaging with her, your eyes are on her, you're getting emotional, you're getting, you know what I'm saying? And for her, that's on experience. And she has to have her own level of self-control to realize, if I'm not careful, if I'm not being mindful, this will get out of hand. Okay. And this will stop being fun and it'll turn into something real. I'm sorry. I am the belching content creator. Sorry about that. I'll be hearing this shit on the playback. I'm like, yo, like the mic is so good that if I belch, like if I even cover my mouth, like, or when I drink things, I'm like, yo, this is like picking up everything. Yo, shout out to the lighting. You know what? I feel like the lighting got better when I moved over here. I think because like I'm facing the window, so like the moonlight. Like I love to record at nighttime here. Like nighttime has always been best. If you got like lights, either you gotta be in a dark room. Like so, like when we go somewhere else or whatnot, I'm gonna try to like maybe like get like a room with no windows, or get like some really dark blinds or some shit like that. It's over. All in all, it's over. It's a wrap. It's over. Cold approaching, no more. Especially with the older guys, especially with guys who got it going on. Because you got to realize not every man, first of all, the deeper you get into your into your purpose, when you start talking about guys that's like 32 and over and whatnot, that's when like your like the horniness has come down and you can think way more clear. Like when you're in your 20s, it's very hard to like be single and focus on anything. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't really especially if I had options, you couldn't have convinced me to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But when I found something to focus on and I found the goal that was worth striving for and fighting for and whatnot, my mind is only on that. Even with this content shit, yo, when it first of all, it's happening right now. Shout out to all y'all that joined the channel. I really appreciate it, and shout out to all you meat writers that be in the comment section. So it seems as though I had to lay off y'all in the comment section because I've been lighting y'all up. So I got a notification from YouTube saying, Rich you made the European comment. You made Rich be in German. Let me forget y'all. Folks coming here bothering me. Just defending myself. I'm gonna still respond, but I'm gonna try to respond with curses. And I'm gonna find different ways to be dissing y'all. Uncle D style. Shout out to Uncle D. Pause. So, but that's over, man. So yeah, so this Valentine's Day, like I said before, I ain't seen no balloons in my job. I ain't seen none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the men are getting on the same page. So, and it's not really a negative thing. It's a simple fix. The women are going to have to actually ask themselves, actually just make the effort to just listen to what the men are saying and what the men want. Okay. And also do not do the whole, well, that's what you want kind of thing. All men want mostly the same thing. If you do these sites, if you do the same 10 things, most men want a woman that cooperates, a woman that looks good. That's 2. 3, gives BJs freely. That's cooks. No one, you know what's crazy about the whole cooking and cleaning conversation? We don't even specify what level you have to be on or what food you have to make. It's one thing. If I say, yo, you had to be able to cook a meal for 100 people, you know what I'm saying, or you have to be able to feed a whole army, a whole Navy fleet, or some shit like that. Or if I'm asking you to make something that you can't make, I'm saying, hey, I require a fresh elk every, you know what I'm saying? Or like no one's even asking you to make mutton chops or any kind of delicacy. These niggas will eat burgers. These niggas will eat sandwiches. Okay? And you could just be a bro who just hooks up a mean sandwich. And that man will eat that sandwich every day. You could just be someone who can make 5 sandwiches. Yo, listen, she cute and you cooperate and everything. Yo, he'll think that you're like a superhero or some shit. The bar is low especially for black men. The bar is low. Black men really don't be wanting nothing. Well, black men have whittled down their wants from a woman down to don't be mean, just don't be nasty. Don't be nasty to me. Sex and and make food and just clean up for. These are all things that they can do when they sleep. The men have had time to compare notes. The men are talking on a large scale, more similar to how women can communicate. All right. And the men are catching up in terms of being able to transmit information. So a few things have changed. For one, it's not that if you have kids, you can't get a man. You're going to have to take it back to Big Mama rules. Where Big Mama had kids, she wasn't coming to no man that was willing to come live with them and help take on these bills and improve the quality of life. She wasn't trying to treat him like shit. That's where the jealousy comes from previous generations. Because the woman understood that. But the thing is, when you see your mother with another man and she's giving her all to him, That's weird to you because it's not your father. And you and women don't always actually explain to the kids, this is my man, okay? I have to listen to him. I have to stay by him. We have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why, listen, you need to do whatever you can to have a wonderful relationship with the man you have kids with and vice versa. Because, like, yo, women are not made to have kids by one man and then go off and be happy with another one. They'll try it because, again, women are very easily tempted. And that's it's one of many reasons why relationships are not forming. Because when they do form, modern women are not able to stay in relationships, black women in particular. And one of the main reasons why is because your mother can't really teach you commitment. If you grew up with mostly your mother or mostly your mother's influence and you do not have a respect for your father or admiration for your father, if you don't respect someone, you can't learn from someone that you don't really respect and admire. If you can't see the good in them, you're not really learning from them because you won't see them as someone you can learn from. That's another reason why it's important to respect everyone, or at least try. We always having a revelation on the channel. Please like, share, subscribe if you're watching right now. I'm just saying, though, I stay getting prolific. You know what? Clap it up for yourselves. I know my energy not that high, but we still gonna cook and do what we can do. Hopefully, the sound of my performance I did earlier was good. Yeah, that one's gonna be another one y'all don't see. But I've been working on my like beginning of the show performance and like doing songs and shit. So I've been trying to get the volume right and the audio right. You know what I'm saying? So that you guys can hear it and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound weird. So I did pretty good yesterday, but could have found out I didn't have this mic on, so I did the whole show. It don't sound terrible, but it's not to my standard though. You know what I'm saying? It's not to my standard. And also I didn't do my vocal like warm ups today, so I can see that I'm not able to say certain words the way I like to. But anyway, so let's read one more, and then we'll move on. Oh yeah, my bad. So just to recap, you see a lot of this on the Facebook dating where they talk about like, yo, basically, I want you to ask me out on a date, but I don't want to do anything to convince you of that. So what's happening is when she talks to these guys, she doesn't really know how to not so much convince them, but just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like she's the equivalent of the guy who's trying to smash him the first time I meet. You know what I'm saying? Or the guy who's trying to like talk about sex the first time you have a conversation. Like she's being like that's who she is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women, again, because they don't really see men as human beings, and they don't really realize that you don't really see him as a human being like that, especially if it's a black woman. She don't really see him as a human being. So the idea of like talking to you and actually getting to know you, via text and asking you questions and asking you things, and because listen, I've experienced Facebook dating and whatnot. I already knew like what was up, but I mean, none of the conversations really went anywhere because the women didn't really know, they didn't realize that you don't come across as interested. So for the most part, Facebook dating for me, it's kind of just a social experiment. So I have like old pictures up there for when I was heavier, well, I'm pretty much around the same size I am now, but when I was a little bit younger, and I actually I look better now, but it's been just pretty much an experiment of like, all right, well, my profile doesn't really say anything about me. It's just a few pictures, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and the point is to kind of see, all right, well, what kind of reaction can I get with like minimal effort and everything. And on top of that, so anyway, what I come to find was, and again, I don't think it's intentional. I think it's just that they really don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to move things along. For the most part, in their mind, what they think is, also too, one more parallel of how women can think like children. I think you all have heard how like women kind of want you to read their mind, right? kind of like when you're a kid, like when you're a kid, to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? Like, to a certain degree, you kind of think everyone. How can I say it? You don't have the ability to factor in the thoughts and experiences of other people when you say and do things, right? So to a certain degree, you kind of make assumptions that people understand what you're talking about, where you're coming from, or they understand the reference that you're using. You don't really think about the fact that they don't know that person, or they haven't been there before. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have less of an idea that with women for the most part, they can do that as well, where they'll know how they feel about something, and it's hard for them to communicate how they feel, or they'll know what their thoughts are on something, but they won't really. It doesn't occur to them that the other person doesn't understand, and you're not explaining it good. But anywho, so there's that. One second. Let's see if I can get a real good one, man. Here's a good one. Passionate, adventure-seeking partner in crime. Mom of 4, grandma of 1. I know it's true. Anywho, let's explore new horizons together. Not a fan of staying in one place for too long, but always up for a good, genuine time. No boring dates. Promise. However, always include food. Love me right. Fuck my ... brain. Everything will be all right. Interested in a partner or teammate. My schedule is hectic. However, the patient last man standing shall enjoy the prize. Me kind of made this sound like an auction. So we actually have a grandma. That's someone's grandma. All right. We have never had so many grandmas trying to date and trying to get piped down ever in history. I think these are the most grandmas to ever be trying to get piped down ever in history, and also one a provider. And it's crazy how many of y'all are on the hunt for that invisible man. Now, that profile wasn't terrible, but it's crazy how, like, modern women just be telling on themselves. Now, if you notice, if you go through a lot of these profiles, they almost always mention sex. And what I gathered is that black women and modern women in general, but black women in particular, don't really understand dating and getting together, and don't necessarily really don't understand the opposite sex whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like throughout, there's so many videos you can find online of women talking about how much men don't understand women, and so on and so forth and whatnot. And for the most part, I really come and understand with this thing about everything you hear women say about men. A lot of that is from their perspective and is based on how they think. The stuff they accuse, because they only could think of it because that's what they think about. You know what I'm saying? Sir, turn that down. He just keeps coming back, bro. This guy's a menace. Yeah, man. Like things have changed, bro. Things have changed. So, what's going to have to happen, and this is a point that KS will talk on a lot, is you're going to have to offer a good deal and come up with a good deal. All right. And lucky for you, men are designed to love women. And that's the best part for all y'all. You don't have to go outside. You don't have to. Y'all are going outside, but you don't have to go outside. Okay. Like, really, this is a few simple tweaks, and you will be golden. Okay. But yeah, man, shit is serious out here. Shit is serious. But not only that, I always reference this video with Alpha Male Strategies, and he was talking about how proud he was of the men who were catching on to the dating scam, and now all you see on dating profiles or dating sites is women talking about what they don't want to happen because they've experienced it. So they experienced a lot of guys trying to get them to come over. It smashed the first night. They've experienced a lot of guys that's not trying to date them because guys are realizing there was no point in dating you. That I'm taking this to huge gamble. I'm just gambling money. That's all dating is for men. It's gambling. All that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, listen, if you got a lot of disposable income and she a real cool chick, ain't nothing wrong with that. But for the average guy, especially like right now, for everyone, this is everyone experiencing this shit right there. Doesn't matter what tax bracket you in right now. For the most part, your bills are your bills. Like most people, whatever they make, usually they come up with a lifestyle that usually spends a lot of that money, unless they just came into that money. Hold on, y'all. Sir, I'm doing a show. You have to go play that in the living room, okay? You cannot play that in here, okay? Where's your headphones at? Let them at mommy house? Okay. Go sit in the living room, Levi, with that, okay? Because it's distracting. Nah, he playing that tablet. I don't know what he playing. I don't want to cramp his style. I don't want to have a good time, but you know, you gotta get the show going. But anyway, so that is dating profiles from hell. All right. I know my energy low. Listen, I was trying to rap. I was like, ooh, my energy can't you say low? So all right, yo. I've been up since like 5 o'clock this morning. It's like almost midnight. So let's take a quick break. I'll be right back. All right, so I came across this video earlier, and it's probably staged, man. But I thought I'd share it anyway, because it still is a real